Alright, I just want to make a quick video on how to properly clean your wheels as long as some of the tools that I use. Um, so go ahead and get started on that. First one I like to use is a wheel woolly. This thing is super easy, super effective to clean the barrels and the backside of the wheels, as well as you want to clean the face of the wheel as well. Second one I like to use is a brush for the face of the wheel, especially if it's a lightly contaminated wheel. It's super easy to clean it, and super effective as well. The next brush I like to use is a barrel brush. This is super effective way of cleaning the barrels and time effective, compared to using something else. You can get to the back of it, the side of the wheel, the back of the wheel, the barrels. You can bend it if you need to. Really love this brush and it's super effective. Next one I like to use is this one for the fender wells. Love using this, especially on bigger trucks, dirtier vehicles. You can't bend it at all. It's a straight, pretty much rod. So it's not something you want to use on the barrels of the wheel, fender wells, things like that. And the next one I like to use this for the lug nuts or on bigger faced wheels, to get in those intricate spots. Definitely something I like to use and everyone should have in their arsenal. The last one I like to use is a tire brush. They're super cheap, super effective. I had it for a couple years. Really great on cleaning sport wheels, sedan wheels, small SUV wheels. And then you could always pick up a bigger brush for those off-road tires and bigger vehicles as well. Next product I like to use is going to be Adams Tire and Wheel Cleaner. I put this in a foam can because it makes it super effective to clean the wheels. A lot easier to apply. I usually dilute it 1-to-1. And it's usually about like 25 bucks a gallon, so super cheap and effective as well on lightly and medium contaminated wheels. Last one I like to use on full details when I do vehicles, or just my vehicle in general when it gets super dirty like it is now, because I got a road trip back from Nevada, is going to be Shine Supply Cool Guy Wheel Cleaner. This one I love using. You just have to be careful on some wheels, because it does have an iron remover built into the wheel cleaner. So it's a lot stronger, but also a more expensive wheel cleaner, but works a lot better on battling tougher, more contaminated wheels as well. So now that we got all these products right here, we'll go ahead and get started on how to properly clean your wheels. All right, so as we can see here, we got the wheel. It's pretty dirty on the face of the wheel, the tire, and the face of the wheel as well is pretty dirty. So the first thing I like to use is gloves, especially because wheel cleaners are pretty harsh. I used to not use gloves, and now I'm glad I do use them. They definitely protect the hands a lot. As well as I got my bucket over here with water and soap. The soap I like to use when I wash vehicles and wheels is going to be Meguiar's Hyper Wash. It's like 30 bucks. You can get it at a detail shop, or if you have a Harbor Freight nearby. It's super tough on grime and dirt. It's mediocre on waxes. You can dilute it more. It'll be a little bit easier on waxes and sealants, but it's definitely something I like to use. So first thing I usually like to do is rinse off the wheel, get a majority of the dirt, dust, and stuff off of the vehicle, or the wheel, whichever you're doing. You can already see it's already taken a lot of it off because I do have ceramic on the wheels. So once we went ahead and did that, if you're just using the foam out of a foam can, or just the one product by itself, you can go ahead and just put that on the vehicle. But I'm gonna be using the Shine Supply Cool Guy just because the wheel's a little bit dirty. It's only meant for wheels. Use it on the tires, it's not gonna work. So if you are doing the method like I am, you're gonna use a spray and then a foam over it. Put the spray first, and then the foam over it, and it'll give it a little bit more dwelling time. Now mind you, this stuff does stink pretty bad, so. Now we have that on there. I usually go ahead and start from top to bottom. So I'll go ahead and hit the fender well first. I do have carpet and like plastic fender wells. You can use this on the carpet or the plastic fender wells as well. After I do that, I usually go ahead and hit the wheels. As you can see, it's already pulling off all that dirt. By the color, it's turning brown. Everything right here is still white with a little bit of purple coming through because of the iron remover and the wheel cleaner. And then I usually go ahead, I just rinse off the tool before I go ahead and put it back in the wash bucket. And after that, I'll go ahead and take the face wheel brush. As you can see, like here, I'll pull some more out. Right here, it's starting to turn that brown, dark purplish from all the iron remover and heavy contaminants on the wheel. So once we get done with that, I usually take my, if I can find it, lug nut, barrel brush, whatever you want to call it. I usually like to start with the face of it and then move to the inside. Go ahead with the barrel brush. And you can be pretty aggressive with this if you want, depending on the wheel finish and stuff you have. If you care about the wheels, go a little bit more aggressive. But usually, if they're pretty protected and you maintain the wheels in and out like this or side to side, whichever you prefer. Once I'm done with that, go ahead and grab the wheel woolly, and then I hit the back of the spokes. As well as any other areas you can't hit, like right here inside the little gap it has between the tire and the wheel. Deeper inside there, if there's a lot more dirt that needs a little bit more pressure, and then I'll go ahead, put some soapy water on it, bring it out, and then that's pretty much everything you got to do to get a super clean, shiny wheel that's ready for the throw on some protection. Alright, now that everything's done on the wheel, it's all clean, everything like that, as you can see. And next, we're going to be throwing on some protection and tire dressing on this. So we will get to that right now. Alright, so now we got the wheel completely clean. Everything's looking good for us over here. The thing I like to use is Tech 582 for the wheels and the paint, as well as decked out by Shine Supply. So once we get to this part, everything's clean, the vehicle's washed, everything like that. I usually just go give it a couple sprays over the wheel. Or if you have a like spray and rinse, that works as well. But I like putting this on because it gives them a little bit more shine and gloss than a regular spray and rinse. And then usually for the tires, if they are wet, you usually can't use a tire shine. It won't stick as well. But with the decked out one, it comes undiluted, so you have to dilute it with water. So it does go with tires that are wet because it's already 1-to-1 water and product. But usually, for good measure, I like to just dry off the tire. Come over to my sponge. This one's by the Rag Company. You don't have to use this one, but it's what I prefer. Spritz a little on the pad. And then I go ahead and just rub it in. And don't forget the little crack areas between the wheel and the tire. And then it should turn out like this. Perfectly clean, tires are shined up. May have a little bit of water dripping out of this stuff, but besides that, everything is going to be perfectly clean.